And welcome back to another Long Island Crokinole Club Spring League 2026 matchup. We've got the losers bracket round 3 here. Liz leading off with a 20, not messing around. And it's Liz and Will. Will, who won his last matchup, I believe, against Chris. And Liz dropping into losers bracket. We'll get a shot of the bracket after the game. Don't want to put the bracket up while the game's going on. Liz looking for a touch 20 off of this shot. And she does not get the off, but she hits a nice shot. Will doesn't get the off either. It's got two discs in awkward spots for Liz to hit, but he does have that hammer advantage he's holding on to. Oh, Liz does not get the off and doesn't do any sort of promoting or demoting. All discs still end up in the same point value that they were. Players remarking on the tacos, the new food truck that's been at the brewery recently. Always a good time. And Will loses his shooter. Actually demotes one of his own discs. Not a good spot for Will. Liz looking at a nice just hit and stick here, keeping it on the outside. Gonna ride that advantage of being up at 20. Now Will's looking at a double to get back in this. And loses his own shooter, but that's not the end of the world because it's a pretty awkward shot for Liz to hit right here, right between those pegs. Liz not going to get the off here. Gives Will a chance to go in for the tie. Players are discussing what might be happening in the bracket. And Will, with a really nice shot, places that white disc closer to the 15. Going to need that over these last two shots if he is going to come back to win. Liz keeping it in the 10. Content to make Will work for that tie. Will doesn't get the off. Really needed that one to keep Liz at bay. Now if Liz can get an off here, she's in a good spot to take the first game.
Oh, fuck you.
And she gets it on the line. Now Will needs to take out 20 to tie on this one. Does not get it. And Liz will take the first round, going up 2 points to nothing. Players reset. Take a look at that bracket. See where the players are. Will making his way. We'll see who gets to play next. And now, resuming play, Will is going to start with a 20. Can Liz answer?
No, we're talking about a different type of place.
And she does. Will with two 20s in a row. Will's a very consistent 20 shooter. As I say that, Liz can't keep up with the 20s. Will looking for a takeout 20 here to take a big lead. Doesn't get it. Has a disc on the outside. Liz wasn't sure if she was trying to come in and she hesitated a bit. Missed the disc altogether. Will gets the off and keeps play on the outside. Brilliant on Will. He's got an advantage on those 20s. Liz just barely hitting a disc, but keeping hers on her side of the board. Will's going to have to reach for that. And Will hits it. How will Liz respond here? Looking for the off from the side. Maybe you gotta hide behind that peg if she can. Oh, almost got the 20. Popped in and out. And as Will reminds us, this is Lizz's board. Sometimes your own boards betray you, folks. Will gets the off, up in the 20s, and 3 discs on the board. Lizz has got some work to do. She's going to come back here. That's going to be a little bit short, and Will content to keep sticking on the board, play conservatively, not lose his shooters here. Lizz going for a hard shot, doesn't get it. She's running out of time, running out of options. Will needs a valid shot here to feel really good. And gets a valid shot. They all spread everywhere. But Lizz is going to need a double takeout 20 in order to tie it on this one. And does not get it. As Will remarks, 2s it is. Tied up, 2-2. Hammer is going back to Will. Lizz leading off this round with a 20. And Will answering with his own 20. Lizz leaving it a little bit short there, but not close enough for Will to get a backboard takeout 20. We'll see what he goes for. And gets a disc onto Lizz's side of the board. Lizz will be perfectly content to play from all the way back by her side. Will with a nice clear there. Lizz puts hers in a really good spot right up against that peg. That's not going to be an easy clear if Will's going to go for it. And Will tries to go for off the peg and in. Doesn't get it. Lizz hits her disc out. Rather, hits Will's disc out. Will with a sick 20. Will always has the best reactions to his amazing shots, which is, yep, it's another day at the office. Will taking advantage of being Hammer rolling out to the center like that. Lizz with the peel. And Will can hit from all over that board. Now it's going to be up to this last shot for Lizz to hide it somewhere good enough that Will's not going to reach. And she's not sure if that was enough. Will, an expert marksman, he just needs to hit this and stick, and the game is his. Doesn't do it, and Lizz is going to hang on. Will's practicing that shot again and again, but Lizz will take those 2 points. Lizz escapes with a win on that one, and against the Hammer as well. Puts Lizz in a really good spot. Now, how will Will react? Commentators, great choice of words on this one. And Lizz with another 20 to answer. Will doesn't slide in, leaves it just short, but that is a very heavy hanger. And Lizz with the straight on takeout 20. And Will can't answer on that one. Lizz content to hit him out, but a little upset she leaves Will with a shot at a touch 20, and he gets it. players tied in the 20s. Although Liz is hammer, she has the advantage here. But she can't get a 20. Now can Will get back in this game? And doesn't do any knocking off the board, but he demotes Liz a bit. Now Liz still has, with the hammer advantage and about to be 3 pieces on the board, doesn't knock Will's off. Now, a nice touch would be good for Will, and he gets a takeout 20 on that shot. That may have turned the tide of this round. While Liz has hammer, she's now going to try and hit her own disc into that white one. And she gets it. A little bit of a risky play. But Liz's board is okay right now to be up 5 points. And now Will smartly hammering that disc into the 10. Will is not sure about this one. And a follow-through 20. What a shot. Will, some crazy 20s this round. Liz thinking about what she needs to do. Liz realizes she needs a 20 to tie it here. And Liz goes a little far, and Will take that round. We are up 4-4 now. Tie Crokinole match. The match is to 7. This could be anybody's game here. Liz with the 20 to start us off. Will with the 20 of his own. Liz leaving it just short. Can Will capitalize and hit a takeout on this shot? And he does. Smooth. Liz shoots it a little bit long. And Will content to stay in no man's land, still in the 15. Liz hits it out into the open for an easy shot for Will to stay on the board that he will take. Liz is going to have to peel if she wants to get back in this game, and she does. Now Will can capitalize and put Liz in a very tough spot to come back. And he leaves it short with an oh man. Knew it the second it left his fingertip. But still pretty far from the hole. And Liz cannot capitalize on Will's mistake. Will has another shot to hit another 20. Going on his left side. And he hits it. Interesting choice for Will. He is a righty. Going to his left on that one. Now Will hits this one out. He's got it. Does not hit it out. Now Liz with a takeout into the... Nope. That will likely not do it as Will has hammered. And that is it. 6-4 Will. Will on the brink of victory here. We'll see if Liz can bring it to a game 7, as they say. And Will, first shot, first 20. Liz going a little bit far on that one. And Will keeping it towards his side of the board. Still in the house, though. Still room for Liz to get a pegging off. And she is hitting and sticking. Will hitting the disc out and not giving up an inch. Now Liz shooting in the direction of the peg, but she still gets the off. Wow, Will sends it on that one. Maybe a little bit of a mistake if Liz can hide it well enough. But we know Will has been hitting those discs, even on the far side of the board, from all over. Liz goes for the 20 and comes up a little bit short. Will, with a nice touch, did not want to risk possibly misfiring, going too hard on that shot. And Liz answers with a 20 of her own. Yeah, this is the big shot for Will. Gotta make contact here. Can't give Liz an open 20 if you're Will. And Will misses. Now this is Liz's time to shine. Time to take the advantage back here. She has the hammer. Can she get tied in the 20s? And she does. Now can Will correct his mistake from last time? Will with a nice peel. He knows that Liz has hammer, and that's his shot to get back in this. Liz could all but ice it here with a 20. Will's hoping for a miss. And Liz going far with an invalid shot. Will hits a 20. He guarantees at least a tie, which will put him at 7, winning the match. And he gets it. Liz can only go for the tie here, which she does. Both players will hit the 20. 7-5. What a match. And Will move on to the semifinals of the losers bracket.